So after seeing Zion Williamson lose like a lot of weight, I figured, hey, a lot of people forgot about this guy after, I don't know, the fact that he was very disappointing in the NBA bubble. So today we're going to be doing a career simulation of Zion Williamson. Now, I know people have done this 2 years ago and last year, but I feel like with every 2K, the simulation software gets a little bit better, especially now that we're on next-gen consoles. As you can see, everything's up to date. Eric Bledsoe's here. Steven Adams is even integrated with his contract extension. I really hope that 2K eventually puts rookie faces actually in here. That would be way appreciated. And aside from that, I don't think there's much else to cover, so let's see how Zion Williamson's career ends up. Really quickly, man, if you guys enjoy the career simulations, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications. This channel was created way before notifications were even a thing, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage by using an old channel. Also, if you guys have any suggestions as to other career simulations or what if scenarios that you guys would like to see, let me know in the comment section down below. I read all my comments for this channel because, hey, we're just starting. So after the first year, I don't think I've ever seen this before, and it makes very little sense to me, but Nikola Jokic wins NBA MVP, James Wiseman wins Rookie of the Year, Spencer Dinwiddie at Sixth Man, Giannis at DPOY, but he didn't win MVP, and Jalen Brunson wins Most Improved Player of the Year. Here's the All-NBA first team, second team. Zion's not on any of these. He made it to absolutely no teams whatsoever. We were good enough to make it to the playoffs though, 44-38 record. First round, we're going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. First game, second game, third game, fourth game. All right, we have a 3-1 series lead against Memphis. All right, finished strong. And we beat the Memphis Grizzlies. So we're going up against the top seeded Clippers. We already know who these guys are, man. I don't think they changed very much. So let's just simulate past this round. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a happy ending for us. Yeah, we lose, but we took it to 7 games at the very least. And the Denver Nuggets win the NBA championship. Looks like Jokic really took the next step. Jokic wins Finals MVP and NBA MVP. We're going to sim past the NBA draft just simply because we didn't have a high enough pick, but we drafted Earl Timberlake. He seems pretty solid. He has a B+ potential, so I guess he could be something. Obviously, the Pelicans are going to accept Zion Williamson's team option. That would be absolutely ridiculous if they didn't. Interesting storyline is Lonzo is going to enter restricted free agency, and I feel like some team will overpay for him. We don't have much cap space for anybody. So Zion got better, Brandon Ingram got better, Eric Bledsoe regressed, Steven Adams regressed, but Jackson Hayes is clearly our center of the future here. My man Kyra Lewis Jr. also seems like our point guard of the future. So here's the year 2 lineup. Zion still playing at the power forward position. Still got Steven Adams. I don't really like his contract, to be honest, but I'm not controlling any of this. I always make this joke to one of my good friends who's a Pelicans fan, Get Like Coop, and I always say that the Pelicans are pretty much a factory for talent to go to LA. If you look at Chris Paul, that kind of happened to him. You look at Anthony Davis, it also happened to him. So I always make this joke, how long until Zion Williamson goes to the Lakers or Clippers? I wonder if that's what would end up happening in the sim. I mean, as a Laker fan, I wouldn't mind. And I'm pretty sure every Pelicans fan ever just disliked this video. I'm just teasing. Not really though. So Zion finally makes it to his first All-Star team. Brandon Ingram's been here before. MVP goes to Trae Young. I mean, that's kind of to be expected. I expect Trae to actually win MVPs throughout his career. Cade Cunningham wins Rookie of the Year for the OKC Thunder. Sam Presti knew what he was doing when he made these trades. Coach of the Year is Lloyd. Zion makes it to the All-NBA second team, and these are his statistics so far. He kind of regressed from his first year. He didn't even shoot a 3 last year, or did he miss all of his 3s last year? That's, I guess, an improvement this year from 0. I mean, if you're going from 0 to 39%, are you kind of celebrating? His PER jumped way up though. First round, we're going up against the Houston Rockets. Do they still have James Harden and Russell Westbrook? Yeah, they do. All right, this should be easy. Every time I say this should be easy, we end up losing, but hopefully not this time. Man, 2K always likes making these very interesting. 3-1, 4-1. All right, there we go. Game 1 is us. Game 2 is us. Game 3 is us. Are we going to sweep them? Oh, we swept the Suns. Oh, this is going to be a tough matchup. Giannis and the San Antonio Spurs featuring JaVale McGee. Game 1's them. We might need to simcast these because, you know, we're getting kind of deep in there, and it looks like game 2's us. And here's game 3. Oh, this one's a lot closer, 63-61. We might have to jump in here. Are we gonna jump in? Oh, it looks pretty close. Okay, yeah, this isn't close anymore. Fine, we'll just save us the time. It's 2-1 now. Here we go. Come on, if we could win a championship this early in his career, that'd be dope. I think at this point they just have to not sell. Not really jumping worthy for me anymore. Oh, Don't sell. Don't sell. All right, we got it. 2-2. Come on, baby. Come on. If we get this, we go up 3 games. Come on, Zion. Wow, Zion is really in his bag right now. So winner gets to meet the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals. Before that sounds ridiculous, bear in mind that they have Anthony Davis. And here goes nothing against Giannis and the Spurs. Wow, looks like we're taking the lead over here. Oh, looks like we're kind of losing it at this point. Okay, now this is jumping worthy. Let's get it. Something about Giannis in a Spurs jersey just doesn't resonate with me, but they got a point. Oh no. Devin Vassell has the ball. Devin Vassell driving in. Devin Vassell gets it. Mobley backing down. Hayes blocked by Hayes. Rebound. Oh, you got to get that rebound. Here's Giannis driving in on Zion. Oh, man, that's a killer. Foul and one. And look at Zion, bro. He's not enthused. Here's Vassell. Vassell with the alley-oop. No good. Rebound. You guys have to get your boards. I think we're playing way too small. Where's Steven Adams? Oh, man. If we could get my home teams to stop selling, that'd be great. Here we go. Right as I said that, they get picked. Here's White driving in. All right, that's it. I've seen enough. Giannis crushed us this game. All right, big game 7 here. Let's see how it goes. If we can make it to the finals, I feel like we could beat the Knicks. We're starting out good, and looks like we won. The Knicks versus the Pelicans in the NBA Finals. I have to admit, Leon Rose, you're doing a pretty damn good job. Anthony Davis, Hassan Whiteside, Michael Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Austin Rivers. This is a good team, especially in just a year. Kind of heated about Anthony Davis in a New York jersey, but it's just a sim, right? Right? Anyway, let's see. We take the first game. We take the second game. They take the third game. And it's a 3-1 series lead. Come on, don't sell, don't sell, don't. We look like we're selling. It is close, but the Knicks have the ball. Oh yeah, it doesn't look good for us. Okay, 3-2. I'm sure we could. We just need one more game. We're not gonna. They can't win each and every one of these, right? It's gotta be one game where we take. Oh, this is close. All right, we have a nice little cushion here. It's gotta be a dope feeling to get a W or win an NBA Finals in Madison Square Garden. When's the last time that happened? Wow, Obi Toppin made it to the NBA Finals in his second year, but it looks like the Pelicans are taking this one. Zion wins his first NBA championship. Look at Zion, man. First NBA Finals MVP. Brandon Ingram popping some champagne with him. I've never seen Brandon Ingram convey that much emotion in my entire life. Zion wins NBA Finals MVP. JJ Redick retires with a championship. And we get the 4th pick in this year's draft. Gabriel Brooks, a center out of Missouri. Okay, teams invest millions of dollars into their draft picks, so it is understandable why so many were nervous about Gabriel Brooks' knee. I wish him all the best here. He landed on a team in the Pelicans that should give him a chance. So Gabriel Brooks was supposed to be the number 2 overall pick. He has the ceiling of Herb Williams with the floor of Manute Bol. Look at these strengths. If properly utilized, can help out nicely right away. Good athlete with hops. One of those guys who just seems like a basketball player. Guy looks like Superman. No questions at all about his strength. Like he's projected to be the number 2 overall pick in the draft, and your scouting on him is he just seems like a basketball player. Like what gave it away? The fact that he wore a jersey and was throwing a ball into a hoop? So Zion's a 92 overall at this point. Brandon Ingram's an 88. Kyra Lewis is a beast. Jackson Hayes is also a beast. Soon to be taken over by Gabriel Brooks. Look at him. Look at his face. Doesn't he seem so concerned about life? Like, where's Zion gonna go? Is Zion gonna be here for the rest of my career? Probably not. We got Tim Hardaway Jr. His face kind of looks like Cash Nasty, doesn't it? Yeah, it's probably the beard that got me. I mean, I can't imagine leaving this team. He is set up for success here, like Brandon Ingram, Jackson Hayes, Kyra Lewis Jr., Gabriel Brooks, Tim Hardaway, Eric Bledsoe, Josh Hart, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Denzel Valentine. How do we get him? I don't know. This team's like so loaded. I'd be pissed if Zion left. Year 2, Zion has 15 finishing badges. Heat Seeker. Really? You'd think he'd have more than just gold posterizer. I don't think he's a slithery finisher at all, but okay, 2K, do you. He has some shooting badges as well, 10 defense badges, and 5 playmaking badges, but no dimer. He's got bullet passer. How are you just satisfied with the way things are around here? I don't get it. Zion once again makes it to the All-Star team, but Brandon Ingram isn't there this time. No love for Zion. He makes it to the All-NBA 3rd team, averaging the same amount of points, 21.5 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, more or less doing the same as he did last year. His PER went way up, and we go up against the Phoenix Suns in the 1st round once again. I'm anticipating this one to be an easy one. Oh, if we lose to the Suns, we have no business being in here. All right, let's see how we do against Denver. They take game 1, we take game 2, they take game 3. Oh, don't take game 4. Oh, wow, we tied it 2 apiece. Game 5 is us. Just need one more, boys. All right, nice. It looks like they got better, but I think we got significantly better. If we could beat them last year, we could beat them this year. First game's us. Second game's them. Third game's us. Come on, beat Giannis, beat Giannis. Oh no, it's a 2-3. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Come on, bro. Don't tell us that Mitchell Robinson's toxicity is gonna ruin everything. I'm not down for that. We have a Zion dynasty to build here. Okay, 3-3, big game 7. Let's get it. All right, come on. So the Knicks didn't make it. Oh, this is so close. If we could just keep them at bay, and we did it. So the Knicks lost to the Hornets. I can only imagine LeVar doing his little Drake impression. Just imagine him. Oh, wow. 2-0 us. 3-0 us. Oh, man. This is not looking good for LaMelo. Come on, sweet LaMelo. I want to taste LeVar Ball's sweet, sweet tears. Hear him cry and go nuts on Skip and Shannon. Come on, we're so close. All right, we have to jump into this. This is nuts. 89-86 in a LaMelo Ball versus Zion Williamson NBA Finals. Let's see how we do it, man. Zion, give us some action here, brother. Oh, very close. Well, super contested. That was horrible. No, no, no. What are you guys? Oh my God, you guys completely fumbled the bag here. I'm disappointed in you guys. This is their first lead of tonight. It's always when we watch. All right, Ingram, do us proud. Good screen, Mitchell Robinson. Here's Ingram. Driving it in all the way. Good take by Brandon Ingram. 9 seconds left. Rozier gets a screen. Rozier, is he going to take the final shot with 5 seconds left in the game? Scary Terry greens it. Deep mid-range J to take the lead. Look at LaMelo acting like he took the shot. All right, 2.4 seconds. What kind of pass? Why are you passing it to Tim Hardaway Jr.? Oh my God, that was so bad. LeVar Ball smiling. I wanted to taste his tears, but I guess tasting his tears will have to be for another time. If we lose a 3-1 series lead, that's gonna suck. All right, let's do another simcast here. All right, now we're spanking them. This is what I like to see. Yes, give me those LeVar Ball tears. Yes, give me those LeVar Ball tears. Those sweet and savory LeVar Ball tears. I'm just kidding. Look at Zion, man. Same animation as last year. Hyped as hell. Getting champagne doused on him. Look at the Pelicans, man. Our second championship. Zion wins NBA Finals MVP once again. Once again, we're in the lottery, thanks to the Anthony Davis trade. So we are in need of a head coach, so that's an interesting storyline for us to follow. Please tell me you brought back Stan. Please tell me you brought back Stan. There you go. Of course. I like to see that. By the way, shout out to Fred Vincent. He better have A's across the board. This is the freaking guy that's responsible for reforming Lonzo Ball's jumper, sealing Jimmy Butler floor Alec Burks. He's an 80 overall. Has the potential to develop into something special, seems to be positioned himself well on defense, okay? Kyra Lewis Jr. is coming back, Earl Timberlake's coming back, and we might lose Zion here. My agent and I agree that it would be best for me to see what I can get in free agency this coming offseason. Zion becomes a 94 overall. You know, you only averaged 19 points per game last year, but when you're a champion, I don't think you really care. Like, so far, he's a 2-time NBA champion, 2-time All-Star, 1-time second-team All-NBA, 1-time third-team All-NBA, and 1-time first-team All-Rookie. I'm gonna be honest, though, the team isn't looking as hot because, well, we did have a bunch of players on some pretty bad contracts. So Zion makes it to his third All-Star team. By the way, if you made it this far in the upload, comment Bumbleclat so I can know you're a real one. Another year, another MVP award for Giannis. And another DPOY award for Giannis. Zion finally makes it to his first All-NBA first team. And look, our rookie made it to the All-Rookie first team. We were the best team in the NBA with a 57-25 record. We barely edged out the Spurs. And once again, we go up against the Phoenix Suns in the first round. And we make it past the first round, past the Phoenix Suns. Going up against the Memphis Grizzlies now. You know the NBA is salivating over this whole Ja Morant versus Zion Williamson storyline. Brandon Ingram comes off the bench now? Someone tell me why? I mean, if it works, it works. It doesn't make a lot of sense, though. I mean, Brandon Ingram did have injury problems in the past, so I guess this is the way we're coping with it. First game's Memphis. Second game's Memphis. I'm assuming this Brandon Ingram off the bench experiment isn't really working too well for you, Stan. I don't know if I agree with it. Oh, looks like it may have paid off. I mean, Brandon Ingram did lead the team in scoring, so I guess it's kind of working. It's just kind of weird to me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe something's going on in this sim that I don't know, but hey, if it works, it works because we're tied at 2. Zion had 24 this time, and Brandon had significantly less. All right, guys, we're going for a three-peat here, so let's try not to sell. You know, I understand we could lose some motivation, but I'm hoping that... Oh, no, this is bad. This is bad. This is close. This is really close. Let's jump in. Here's Melton getting it to Lewis. Lewis for 3 to tie the game. He gets it. Here we go. Ingram sizing up his opponent. Ingram trying to drive it in. Going the other way. Contested Jay gets it. Oh, my God. All right, we win the tip. All right, push it up. I see Zion leading the way. Show me what you can do, Brandon. Oh, man. Here we go. Zion in the post. Gets him with the up fade. Goes around. And, oh, Jaren Jackson with the savage block. Delgado, come on, pass it to Zion. Or take it yourself. And he gets it. Wow, this guy could ball. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys would like to see a John Moran career sim as he gets the 3 to go back to answer back. Just one possession, guys. One possession, no threes, man, and we're good. Just one possession, no threes. Oh, John Moran, what did you do? Well, luckily for us, Zion stops it. All right, that's it, man. All right, we're able to sneak out of this one with the dub. I don't think we're the types to put out confetti after winning a playoff game if we won the last 2 NBA Finals. That doesn't sound consistent. Looks like we're able to make it to the Western Conference Finals to face who else but the Spurs. First game's them. Wait, what? Second game's us. Third game's them. Fourth game's us. They take the 5th game. No way they take this game, bro. Come on, guys. Come on. We have a Destiny three-peat. Let's go. Game 7. Big game 7 here for us, man. Don't sell. Don't sell. Oh, my God. This is so close. All right. Looks like we're pulling away. Don't let them back in it. And we get back to the finals for the 3rd year in a row. To complete the three-peat, we have to go up against the Boston Celtics, and that's going to be a pretty tall task. They're a freaking good team, man. Look at this starting lineup. All right, here we go. Game 1 is the Celtics. Game 2, the Celtics. Oh, no, this is bad. Game 3, can we take one here? I don't know why, but we started Jordan Bell. Oh, my God, the Celtics won. And the Celtics beat us and win the NBA championship. I guess we weren't meant to three-peat. A repeat in itself is hard enough. Once again, we have a lottery pick. And we finish with the number 11th pick. Looks like we're going to retain our staff for this year. So the draft came and went, and we drafted this guy, Vladimir Rodic. But he seems decent. He has a B+ potential. He's a 77 overall. Obviously, we're going to accept Gabriel Brooks' team option. But most importantly, we retain Kira Lewis Jr. At this point of his career, Zion Williamson's a 95 overall. Look at all these badges, man. He has Hall of Fame Acrobat, Hall of Fame Highlight Film. Obviously, you should have Hall of Fame Lob City Finisher. Look at him, little cheeser with the drop stepper badge. But what's even crazier is he has the clutch shooting badge, which I never really thought of him as a clutch shooter, but okay. Brandon Ingram, meanwhile, is an 89 overall. And at this point, Kira Lewis Jr. moved into our starting 5, and our starting 5 just looks nasty, man. Look at this. Kira Lewis Jr. at the point guard, Luis Delgado at the shooting guard, Brandon Ingram at small forward, Zion Williamson at power forward, Gabriel Brooks at center, and then we have Jackson Hayes off of the bench, who's actually turning into a really good player. So we're at the All-Star break here, and Zion Williamson is an All-Star starter. But if you got to this point, I wanted to give you an opportunity here, man. Either Luka Doncic or Trae Young is going to be our next career sim. So let me know in the comment section down below which of those should be, or if it should be someone else. And if you did make it to this part of the sim, drop a bumbleclat in the comment section so I can show you some love. So at the end of this season, Trae Young wins NBA MVP. Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year. Zion makes it to the All-NBA first team, and this is the second time he's made it to the All-NBA first team in his career. Even more importantly, he seems to be happy in New Orleans more or less. Now this year, his stats did take a slight step back as he averaged 18.8 points per game, 6.2 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, and his field goal percentage kind of regressed to 64%. Now his advanced stats also show the same thing. His PER went down a little bit. His game score, shout out to Jimmy High Roller, went down to a 16.3. His true shooting percentage also went down a little bit. So in the standings, the New Orleans Pelicans are the #1 team in the West with a 65-17 record. In the East, the top team is the New York Knicks. Nevertheless, we're ranked as the #1 team in the entire NBA in power rankings. All right, so here we go. First round against the Sacramento Kings. And this better be easy. If we can't just simulate this round, then we don't deserve a championship here, man. It looks like we barely made it out of the first round. Going up against the Timberwolves in the second round this year, and they have D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Clayton Manning, whoever the hell that is, and Karl Anthony Towns. By the way, did they even bother scanning Anthony Edwards' face? Like, look at him. Did that look like a face scan to you? First game goes to Minnesota. Second game goes to Minnesota. Third game goes to Minnesota. Are we going to be able to come back from a 3-0 lead? I really doubt it, but, I'm going to give us the proper respect we deserve by doing this in Simcast, and, hopefully we could make NBA history here. I wouldn't really be surprised if we don't, but at least we won one game. All right, here we go. The second game. We really need... I don't know if we could come back. Oh my God, we're able to blow them out in the second game. We might actually pull this off. Imagine the look on the Timberwolves' faces if we're able to... I may have jinxed it. Oh no, here we go. We're coming back. It's looking good. 79-80, 81-84. This is where we jump in. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get some Zion Williamson magic over here. Because if we win this game, we force Game 7. I'd be shocked if we can't win the playoffs this year. I feel like this is our best team yet, and D'Angelo gets a score. Here's Delgado getting the screen from Brooks, going all the way, Delgado! They're going to slow it down. Crowd getting into it. Brandon Ingram taking it all the way, gets the lay-in. The New Orleans Pelicans are trying to force a Game 7, trying to be the first team to come back from a 3-0 lead. D'Angelo Russell gets a wide-open lay, guarded by Karl Anthony Towns. Screen from Brooks. Brandon Ingram, mid-range, no good. Rebound by Brooks. Brooks dunks it, foul, and one by Jaden McDaniels. This free throw is to tie. Brooks shoots and isn't able to convert. All right, looks like they're not going for the 2-for-1 here. Lewis Jr. is just wasting the clock. All right, here we go. Lewis Jr. alley-oop to Williamson to tie the game. Their first Western Conference Finals in years. Screenplay for Anthony Edwards, not there. Screen and roll. D'Angelo Russell gets the basket to go. Oh my God, ice in his veins. So we need a quick 3 in order to win. How are we going to do this? Brooks, inbound to Lewis. Lewis for 3. No good, but that was a beautiful look. And Minnesota wins the NBA Finals. Karl Anthony Towns wins Finals MVP. This is who we end up drafting. Dante Chapman. Hello, Chap. Look at this. Michael Porter Jr. is hitting free agency, and LeBron James is a 40-year-old free agent. What on earth? You could actually sign LeBron James as a 40-year-old player. That's nuts. Jonathan Kuminga to the Thunder. Who remembers Jonathan Kuminga from our last sim? Dude's a baller. At this point, Zion's a 95. Brandon Ingram's an 89. Brandon Ingram could be scoring a little bit more if I'm being honest. But at the end of the day, he is second fiddle to Zion, so I guess I get it. So without a doubt, we have to run it back this year. Like, this team was so freaking good last year, and I have no idea what happened in the playoffs, but they're good enough to run it back. So this year, LaMelo Ball's the all-star team captain, and Zion is still an all-star starter. So at the end of this year, Cade Cunningham wins MVP. Giannis has won another DPOY. Dude, look at all these Defensive Player of the Year awards, but he's still missing that elusive championship. Same with Stan Van Gundy, man. He's starting to look like Coach Phil Jackson over here. Zion makes it to the All-NBA first team. His stats get mildly better this year, averaging 19 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, off of 65% shooting from the field, but his three-point percentage regresses slightly. His free throw percentage also got a lot worse. So we're going up against the Phoenix Suns in the first round. And dude, do they have a team. You know the rules, man. If we can't beat this team by just simulating the whole round, then there's no point. The sad thing about this series is our center is out. So we get the first game. Second game goes to us as well. Third game goes to us. And we're able to complete the sweep against the Phoenix Suns. Here goes our second game, and it looks like we're able to hold pace with them. And wow, it's a blowout. Third game seems very, very close here, trying to take the lead. And it looks like Memphis is able to edge us out. Down 1-2. The Pelicans need this one, and it looks like it's a blowout. Here's game 5. I have a feeling this is going to be a 7-game series if we don't win this one. Oh, this one goes to overtime and we're able to win. All right. I have a feeling that the Grizzlies... Oh, no. Once again, it looks like it's going to be a blowout, and we beat the Grizzlies. Later, Jaw. The OKC Thunder beat the San Antonio Spurs. So here we go. First game. Very big game over here, and it's super close, so you know this is going to be a crazy series from the get-go. It's already close, 97-97. Oh, don't break my heart, guys. Here's Delgado to Kyra Lewis. He had Zion Williamson in the paint. He still has Zion Williamson in the paint, but Zion gets blocked by Darius Bazley. They kind of botched running that play, but here comes the MVP. Cade Cunningham driving it into the lane, gets blocked by Kyra Lewis. Going back to Cunningham. Cunningham trying to go outside of Lambert for 3, and it's good to go. Here comes Brandon Ingram. If he doesn't score this, then we might be out, man. And he doesn't score it, and I think we're out. Shout out to Jonathan Kuminga, though, who has the ball, and it appears to be driving it, finding Bazley. All right, I've seen enough. So here we go. First game was really close. Second game appears like we're pulling away here, and we get the dub. Third game, we start out hot, and it looks like it's another blowout. Trying to get the 3-1 lead here, and it looks like they're blowing us out this time. All right, it's 2-2. Very important that we win this game, and we do. All right, final game to go to the NBA Finals. If we are able to dispose of them, and we do. Dude, the Knicks are absolutely terrifying. Look at this lineup. Look at that big 3 of Michael Porter Jr., Anthony Davis, and Jalen Green. Like, bro, Jalen Green is the player that went to the D-League. I don't know if you guys heard. He skipped college to go to the G League, and the NBA is pretty much starting this revolution based around Jalen Green deciding to go to their developmental league in order to build up his draft stock as opposed to going to college. This dude's a beast if you don't know who he is. We're going to do some content on my main channel on him if you guys are requesting it. But here we go. Game 1. I'm really hopeful that we could beat this team. They're absolutely insane. Could you imagine Anthony Davis's saltiness if he loses to the Pelicans in the NBA Finals? And here we go. Game 3. If we could sweep Anthony Davis, that'd be even greater. All right, here we go. This one's for the sweep. And it's looking good so far. Well, it was looking good so far. Come on, guys. Come on. Do it for Anthony Davis's tears. Those sweet, sweet, sweet tears. And just like that, the New Orleans Pelicans sweep Anthony Davis and the New York Knicks. Look at this dynasty, man, built around the shoulders of Zion Williamson, Jackson Hayes, and Brandon Ingram, and Kyra Lewis Jr. David Griffin has done a remarkable job building this team, and Zion Williamson hasn't sustained any injuries like people said that he would. Stan Van Gundy wins yet another championship, which is kind of nice considering how tough his career has been. I don't know if you guys know, but he kind of got bonked of a potential championship during the 2006 NBA Finals. Zion Williamson wins yet another Finals MVP. And yo, come on, bring out the champagne, baby. Let's get it. You remember in the last sim, there was like black champagne? And wow, all right, that animation doesn't necessarily work. Zion officially wins MVP. LeBron James and James Harden obviously get inducted to the Hall of Fame. Look at all these jersey retirements, man. LeBron gets his jersey retired by the Cavaliers and the Lakers and, of course, the Miami Heat, as he should. Zion Williamson at this point is a 95 overall player. So the starting lineup of this year isn't much different than last year, but the big storyline that's going to be hanging around the Pelicans this year is how their brand new head coach is going to affect this team's success. So this year, it appears that Brandon Ingram is finally a starter in the All-Star game, but Zion Williamson's nowhere to be found. Where is he? So it looks like Zion has been dealing with a high right ankle sprain for 1 to 2 weeks. That's really a shame because this has been Zion's best year so far in terms of efficiency and points per game. So at the end of this year, Cade Cunningham once again wins MVP. Sabonis is 6th man of the year. And Wyatt Zimmerman, believe it or not, wins coach of the year. We win executive of the year, I guess, for firing Stan Van Gundy. And this year, we don't see Zion on any of the All-NBA teams, but Brandon Ingram makes it to the All-NBA third. Zion finished with 19.5 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, shot 68% from the field, and 22% from 3. We finished with a 60 and 22 record record, and overall, we are the second best team in the standings, even though we have a better record than the Thunder. You know how we do it, man. First round, we have to simulate the whole round, and we lose to the 8th seeded Lakers? How? It's like RJ Barrett and Tyrese Halliburton were way too much for us to handle. And look at that. Giannis wins his first... Oh, I don't think Giannis wins an NBA championship. Is Giannis on the Spurs still? Yes, he is. He just didn't win Finals MVP. I guess he really regressed at this point. I mean, he is 32 years old. So the hiring of Wyatt Zimmerman is beginning to look like a bust. So we drafted Dennis Smith. We obviously retained Leandro Delgado, and our team's looking even better, although Zion slightly regresses. So our starting five once again looks absolutely amazing. For the most part, it's the same starting five it's always been. So this year, Zion Williamson's able to make it back to the All-Star team. Brandon Ingram also accompanies him there. Cade Cunningham's having the career of his life. Giannis once again wins DPOY. So for the most part, this seems to be like what Zion's average is. 19 points per game, or about 20 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 68% from the field, and what the hell, a 47% three-point percentage? Hold on, I gotta see. Okay, that makes sense. He only attempted 17 three-pointers and made 8 of them. All right, that makes sense. Jackson Hayes appears to be injured. Brandon Ingram's doing fairly decently as well. Although, 15 points per game isn't really what you want to give a max contract player. We're definitely taking a bit of a step back here because the big storyline at this point is the fact that we really fumbled the bag, but the storyline with the Pelicans is what the front office has been doing. Regardless, the starting five is remarkable, but the question is the coaching enough to get the Pelicans where they need to be? The Pelicans go up against the Kings in the first round. The Kings take game 1. Pelicans take game 2 and game 3. Pelicans take game 4 as well. And New Orleans is able to get out of the first round after shockingly losing in the first round last year. They meet the defending champion San Antonio Spurs in the second round. And here we go, going up against the defending champion Spurs. First game appears to be going to the Spurs. Here comes game 2. Could we get a game on the Spurs? This seems really close here, 60-66, and it's going to go to the Spurs. Game 3, very big game here. If we lose here, then we might not have a chance at all. Still down 2-1, so if we could win this game, we're back in it. So it looks like a blowout for us, probably because Jackson Hayes is at full strength. All right, very big game 3 here, and it looks like we're going down. Oh, wow, we're able to come back here. Do we jump in? And we'll just keep it going here. 88, 90, 93. We lose this game. It's win or go home at this point. So very big game for the New Orleans Pelicans here, and it's really close going into the fourth, and it looks like we're selling against the defending NBA champions. Tie game, 73-73. And here's where we jump in. We have Toscano at the line trying to give us the go-ahead bucket, and he's able to get it to go, 74-73. Giannis looks super weird in a Spurs jersey. I'll say that over and over again. Giannis going all the way, foul and one. You can see Zion is pissed. I would be pissed too. Okumpo at the line. This to give them the lead, and he gets it. Kyra Lewis Jr. trying to lead this Pelicans team. Takes the... three early in the shot clock. Zion Williamson with the putback. Then they could potentially run out the clock because the Spurs are going really deep. Pick it, slip screen. He's not able to find it. Giannis Antetokounmpo gets the ball going up against Zion Williamson. No good. Rebound Williamson. Regardless, whether he makes one of these or two of these, it's still a one-possession game, but the Pelicans are looking good as Kyra makes one of 2 free throws. No threes, and we're good to go. Big contested 3, no good. Rebound by Brooks, getting it to Lewis Jr. And just like that, the Pelicans are able to force a Game 7 and remain alive. Win or go home for the New Orleans Pelicans. Will Zion be able to deliver in this big moment? And it looks like it's a really close game to start. Here we go. Oh no, the Spurs took the lead, and it looks like the Spurs are probably going to win this one, as the Spurs are able to repeat and give Giannis Antetokounmpo his second championship. Giannis finally wins NBA Finals MVP, so we'll see what we end up doing, because we also have Jackson Hayes hitting free agency as well. And Jackson Hayes really didn't like us towards the end of his career, and I guess I can't really blame him because he was a sixth man, but he won a lot of championships too. Like, look, man, you're a 3-time NBA champion. Why wouldn't you want to continue playing with Zion? I have no idea. So we do hold bird rights for both of them, and let's just see how the sim goes. And it looks like he's going to be the face of the Portland Trail Blazers, but I don't understand why he would want to team up with Gary Trent Jr. and a 38-year-old Damian Lillard. It looks like we at least brought Malik Monk to fill a void, but I don't really think we really needed him. Going into the next season, Brandon Ingram's now 31, Zion Williamson starting to regress slightly, but at least we have Delgado, Kyra Lewis Jr., Alex Townsend, Gabriel Brooks, who is regressing mightily, might I add. I guess this is the point in his career where he begins his regression. I'm not really sure. So this is what the starting lineup's going to look this year. Definitely not as dominant as it was in years past, but we have 3 players that are 90 overalls and 1 player that might as well be a 90 overall. And look, we have Dennis Smith, not Dennis Smith Jr., but apparently his father. Wyatt Zimmerman is on the final year of his contract. Low-key really tempting to fire one of them to bring in Steph Curry as a head coach. Anyway, let's simulate year 2028 to 2029, and it looks like we're off to a good start here. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you leave a like and comment Bumbleclat if you made it to this part of the video. Mainly just so I know you made it to this part of the video so I can show you some love. You're a real one for staying this far. Ironically, this year's captains are Luka Doncic and Trae Young. Zion Williamson makes it to the All-Star team as a starter. At the end of this year, Cade Cunningham wins MVP again. The dude is probably one of the greatest players in NBA history, honestly. Giannis Antetokounmpo yet again wins DPOY. And Zion Williamson is posting some pretty nice advanced statistics here, a 23.9 player efficiency rating to go with 5.5 rebounds per game and 66% from the field. And we finished this season with a 60-22 record, clearly the best team in the West. So first round, we're going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. So here we go. Game number, oh wow, it looks like the Lakers got off to a good start, but we end up winning. Game 2 goes to the Lakers. Game 3 to the Pelicans. Game 4 to the Lakers. Wow, looks like this is a series. Game 5 to us. Game 6 to the Lakers. Looks like this is going to Game 7. Let's take a look at this. Big Game 7 for us here. Don't sell. All right, looks like we got it. Oh no, we're selling. All right, we got it. All right, so we're able to beat the Lakers in good fashion. So here we go. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Wow, looks like we're going to be able to, well, looks like I jinxed it. We're able to get rid of the OKC Thunder with a gentleman's sweep. We take Game 1, take Game 2, take Game 3, and we sweep them. To the NBA Finals we go, and the better team lost to the Miami Heat. So here we go. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 to us. Game 3 to the Heat. Game 4 to the Heat. Game 5 to us. Let's see if we can get some simcast action here. Game 6 looks like it might be a blowout, actually. Oh, are we going to come back in time? No, it's a blowout here. Oh my God, we lost Brandon Ingram. How could Brandon Ingram get injured at this point? All right, big Game 7 here. So let's see if we could come out on top even without Ingram getting onto a good start here. Come on, and they're coming back. And once again, the New Orleans Pelicans come out as NBA champions, even without Brandon Ingram. And looks like once again, the New Orleans Pelicans dynasty was just too much for the Eastern Conference to take, as Zion Williamson wins yet another league MVP in the 2028 season. And he's old enough to finally douse champagne over himself. You love to see it. So Zion Williamson averaged 22 points and 5 rebounds per game in the series, shooting 72% from the field. What a monster. With that, Kevin Durant's going to retire from the NBA, going straight to the Hall of Fame, joining Damian Lillard and Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant getting his jersey retired by the Thunder. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think that's going to happen in real life. So going into his age 29 season, Zion Williamson is a 94 overall. Brandon Ingram's a 90 overall. Townsend's starting to regress a bit. So this is the starting 5 for the Atkinson regime. Looks like Brooks has been demoted to the bench, and we got Chapman starting at center. And yeah, let's see how Zion Williamson's 10th season in the NBA goes. Not really starting out so hot. Man, they're really running away with this Luka Doncic, Trae Young rivalry in the All-Star game narrative, aren't they? And look at Jackson Hayes finally making it as an All-Star. I wonder how he did this year. Brandon Ingram makes it as a starter as well, but for some reason, Zion is nowhere to be found, not even as a reserve, unless my eyes are messing with me. No, I don't see him anywhere. I wonder what happened. Zion Williamson will be out 4 to 6 weeks following a torn left calf muscle. Wow, look at this. Zion averaged 31 points per game this season with 9.9 rebounds. 65% from the field. Kenny Atkinson was the move. Jackson Hayes, in the meantime, literally is doubling his averages with 16 points per game, 9 rebounds per game off of a 17.5 PER. Dude, look at Zion's PER. Look at his game score. To give you an idea, Michael Jordan had a 30.1 game score for his entire career. So he's nearly where Michael Jordan was for one season, I guess. His usage is off the charts, though. He's getting used as much as James Harden is in real life, but hey, I'm down for him stuffing the stat sheet, so that can explain why we've been losing so much. I wonder if this is going to result in us not even making it to the playoffs. But we all know injuries could potentially derail Zion Williamson's career. That's kind of why I have them on to begin with, because it's a simulation. For all you know, he could, hopefully it doesn't happen, but he could tear something and never be the same again. At the end of the season, Luka Doncic goes off 38.5 points per game, 9.4 rebounds per game, 9 assists per game. So at the end of the season, we finished 49-33, which kind of sucks because if we won 2 more games or 3 more games, we would have been in second place. Cade Cunningham and the OKC Thunder seem to be the face of the NBA currently. Let's see how it goes as we are facing the Los Angeles Lakers once again in the first round of the playoffs. It looks like it's going to a Game 7. Is it the same core of RJ Barrett and Tyrese Halliburton? It's literally the same team as last year. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens. It looks like the Lakers are pulling ahead, and the Lakers appear to have won this one. We're not able to get out of the first round this year, but it's okay. It was kind of a wonky year firing our head coach that won us a championship and all, and it was only a matter of time before Cade Cunningham won a championship, so I accept it. Going into player progression, it looks like it's more like player regression because, well, Zion and Brandon Ingram are beginning their descent. Zion has 2 more years on his contract, so it's pretty interesting to see where his career is going to go from here. Brandon Ingram's on his final year of his contract, and it looks like he's leaning towards staying with the Pelicans. He's very happy with the way things are around here. So it looks like it's Team Luka versus Team Killian Hayes. That's pretty interesting. Brandon Ingram makes it to the All-Star team, but Zion once again nowhere to be found. Well, that's because once again, Zion Williamson sustained an injury. It looks like he has a broken right ankle and he's day-to-day, and he's not really happy with how things are going on in New Orleans. He averaged 24 points per game and 10 rebounds per game off of 55% shooting, and his PER did take a little bit of a dip. Looks like once again we're going up against the Lakers in the first round, and let's see how it goes. Once again, the Pelicans get eliminated in the first round, and this is despite Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson performing fairly well. The OKC Thunder once again win the NBA championship. Cade Cunningham wins yet another MVP. Anthony Davis finally retires. Obviously, he's going to get inducted to the Hall of Fame with Jokic. He gets his jersey retired by the Knicks and the Pelicans, but not the Lakers. And here we go, Zion Williamson's age 31 season, the final year of his $50 million contract. Brandon Ingram signed the New Orleans Pelicans for life deal. This season looks like the starting 5 hasn't really changed. It's the core of Kyra Lewis Jr., Leandro Delgado, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson with some random center. Zion Williamson for the 3rd straight year doesn't make it to the All-Star team. And that's because for the 3rd straight year, Zion Williamson got injured. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks following a broken left hand. So it looks like the Pelicans are on the outside looking in for the playoffs. Will they be able to squeeze in as an 8th seed? And it looks like they just miss it. Zion finishes with 25 points per game and almost 10 rebounds per game off of 57% shooting and 31% from 3, but let's see how many threes he even attempted. He attempted 13 and he made 4. The Pelicans tied with the Utah Jazz. They were literally within 1 win away of making it to the playoffs, but the Lakers also missed it. The Pistons sweep the OKC Thunder to win the NBA Finals. Killian Hayes, who seems to be a star in this league, wins NBA Finals MVP. Giannis finally retires. Giannis gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, averaging 20 points, almost 10 rebounds, and 4.4 assists. Gets his jersey retired by the Bucks and the Spurs. But it looks like that core is starting to age, and Brandon Ingram's getting a little bit worse. So is Delgado, but Park is starting to get good. Here's how our starting 5 looks for the Brad Stevens era, more or less the same. So Zion Williamson makes it to the All-Star team this year, breaking his 3-year streak, yet he is still recovering from an injury. And he had a bruised right hip, so injuries are starting to catch up with Zion. If you look at his wear and tear, it's not looking too good. And that could be reflected in our record because at the All-Star break, the New Orleans Pelicans are currently 19-32. Yeah, we don't even sniff the NBA playoffs this year. Zion averaged 21 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, didn't make a single 3, 51% from the field, had a player efficiency rating of 15.8, so he's starting to become a little bit more detrimental to the roster. The Thunder once again win an NBA Finals. On the back of Cade Cunningham, man, Sam Presti's looking like a genius for trading all those picks. We get the number 3 pick in this year's NBA draft, and we use it to draft Allen Mullen, a point guard. I would have really much rather to center. So now we have Mitchell Castle starting at the 3 as opposed to Brandon Ingram. We're bringing Delgado off of the bench. Allen Mullen, the number 3 pick in this year's draft, was the 11th player in the rotation. He's not even getting minutes. Like, that makes absolutely no sense. But do you, Brad? It's not like I saw that happen to Hasheem Thabeet, and it's not like, we knew what ended up happening with his career. So we don't make any of the all-NBA teams, but Jackson Hayes makes the all-defensive first team. Anyway, we don't make it to the playoffs this year. So congratulations to the Sacramento Kings. You finally win an NBA championship in 2034. No, De'Aaron Fox doesn't win the MVP. And Zion Williamson is now a 79 overall. The Pelicans are still starting him. It looks like Brandon Ingram is coming off the bench, but this team's a shell of their former selves. So at this point, we reached a new level of bad. We're the worst team in the NBA. Zion averaged about 17 points per game off of 47% shooting. He had a PER of 13.6, which is pretty similar to what Kyle Kuzma gets for the Lakers right now. And the Detroit Pistons win the NBA championship. Brandon Ingram announces his retirement, and so does Lonzo Ball. Ingram finished with 18 points per game this past season, was a 4-time NBA champion, 7-time All-Star, 1-time third-team All-NBA, 1-time Most Improved Player, and 1-time second-team All-Rookie. That's enough to get him into the Hall of Fame, and to get his jersey retired by the Pelicans. We do finish with the number 1 overall pick, and with the first pick, we draft Sean Shelton, an 81 overall shooting guard who has the ceiling of Hall of Fame and the floor of Lance Stevenson. And at this point, Williamson's a 75 overall, and he wants to sign a contract extension, which should be interesting. He now comes off the bench, but it doesn't even look like he comes off the bench as the 10th man on the roster. So look at this, Wyatt Zimmerman wins Coach of the Year. Sean Shelton makes it to the all-rookie first team. Zion announced that he's going to be hanging him up after the season, and it looks like this is his final opportunity to finish with the championship. He averaged 6.6 points per game this year, 2 rebounds. This is kind of like end of your career statistics. And let's see how he does in the first round. He's not really going to play meaningful minutes, but they're going up against the Suns. And the Pelicans are a first-round exit, but Zion was able to put up 10 points. The Lakers win the NBA championship, and believe it or not, Zion didn't retire, because if he did, we'd see him here. It looks like he changed his mind and wants to sign a contract extension, which is kind of weird. He's coming back for another season. It's ridiculous that Zion Williamson's still getting paid $50 million a year, despite only averaging 6.6 points per game. Like, I give props to his agent. So entering his age 36 season, he's only a 73 overall, and it doesn't really look like he has much of a contender put around him to carry him to another championship. Not only that, but once again, he's only getting like 12 minutes per game. So the season has ended, and for the most part, Zion didn't really put up such great numbers, averaging 6 points per game. At this point in the playoffs, he's not even getting minutes. He's just kind of there for moral support and to be a veteran leader. Nevertheless, the New Orleans Pelicans finished with the number 1 spot on the Western Conference, going up against the San Antonio Spurs in the playoffs. Regardless, a championship's a championship, and this is kind of the way Gary Payton won a championship, so if this gets Zion another championship, I'm not going to complain. Going up against the Clippers this round, looks like we come up short. The Wizards win the NBA championship. Nico Mannion retires, but not Zion, man. He's still going strong. Look at all these retirements, man. Even Jalen Green and Denny Avdia retired before Zion did. And for the first time in his career at the age of 37, Zion hits free agency. And it looks like no team decided to sign him. Look at this, man. The Pelicans renounced the rights to Zion Williamson to clear $75 million in cap space. He was rotting on your bench. I don't blame you. Halfway through the season, and Zion remains unsigned. And finally, after 17 years in the NBA, Zion Williamson decides to hang up his cleats. He finishes as a 4-time NBA champion, an 8-time All-Star, which he probably would have made more if he wasn't injured so much, a 3-time first-team All-NBA, a 3-time second-team All-NBA, a 1-time third-team All-NBA, and was able to make it to the first-team All-Rookie team in his rookie year. The story about Zion is he had a crazy extensive injury history, which is kind of what set him back. But if he was healthy, who knew what could have been of Zion Williamson? Maybe he would have been able to win more championships. At the end of the day, 4 NBA championships is nothing to sneeze at, and it's a very respectable and realistic career for Zion Williamson, in my opinion. Zion would play in 1,107 games, averaging 19 points per game, 6.6 rebounds per game, and 1.4 assists per game. He would have his number 1 jersey retired by the New Orleans Pelicans as he stayed with the franchise for his entire career. Same with Kira Lewis Jr. Thanks for watching our latest career simulation. If you enjoyed it and you made it to the end, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications, and also suggest what other career sims you'd like to see. Aside from that, I'm your boy, the Flight Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.